What's up? Welcome to Conversing with Kizzy B. We're gonna do a recap on the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 5. This is episode 13. So it started off, as you know, they just put a little hit on each girl, see what they doing. It's actually Christmas time in this episode. And Kandi and Todd up there talking about the movie and talk about who they cast. They didn't cast pretty much their friends. Shamia, Mayetta, Drew. And Kandi was like, I'm okay with casting my friends as long as they can really act. I think like by this being his first movie, he should have got some real like maybe I know they probably won't get no A-list actors because you got to pay them. So maybe some B or C-list real actresses and actors to play in the movie. Because I know Drew is a real actress, but Mayetta and Shamia, I don't know what they've ever acted in. They'll be all right, I guess. Sheree with her family, her little grandbaby. She loving being a grandma. See, Marlo, they had a photo shoot. She loved photo shoots with her and her nephews. Anything to put on some clothes and dress up. But they look cute. And her she was asking them what they should do for Christmas, stay home or what. And one of the nephews say we should invite her new boo, Chef Skyler, over there. And she was just like, nah, we had to be in a relationship at least a year for starting meeting y'all. Then it switched over to Sonya. Sonya outside playing with her husband outside playing with her son. And then she went in the house and she was talking to her sister and she was just telling her sister about Portugal trip. And she was just telling her about the sound bath and asked her if she ever heard of it. And she was telling her during the sound bath, she thought about her and their relationship and whatever. And she just, realized she just treated her like a little sister. Her sister was just like, yeah, my roles are changed. I'm not just your little sister. I'm a wife. I'm a mom, I'm a business person. She just pretty much saying, put some respect on me. And, Sonya, she got all teary eyed and everything. But anyway, they hashed things out a little bit, gave each other a hug to move on. You can tell they genuinely really close sisters because, child, if anybody have sisters, they know that how that could be. I'm number one living witness. So then Kandi was at Blaze, her restaurant, and Cynthia met up with her there. So they just catching up, yeah, I'm so glad 50 Cent back. I'm like, 50 Cent in the house. Everybody thought Cent was boring, but I like Cynthia on the Real Housewives. She added that little extra what nudge that they needed. I mean, sometimes you need somebody that's kind of dialed down. So I just love when she say, okay, so what else going on? Because Cynthia kind of low-key check you real quick. So they just briefly talked about Candace saying she was missing her. Cynthia saying she missed her. She missed Atlanta. She missed Lake Bailey, that she called her house Lake Bailey. She missed being there. And Candace was like, I know you don't want to talk about your divorce, but, and she was just like, being 55 and divorced twice, is something. She really didn't want to go into details about it, but she really was hoping her marriage worked out, and she was kind of heartbroken that it didn't, which is understandable, especially at her age. But still look good for her age, honey. She will get somebody else, and she was just like she a Pisces, and she love, so she definitely open to getting back out there in the dating pool. I don't know about now, but she seemed like she was definitely open about getting back out there. I don't know. I hope they bring Cynthia back like full time. I miss Cynthia on there. Candy was letting her know she been getting into it with all the ladies except Kenya. Candy done had a spat with everybody from Courtney, and she just a friend of the show, to Marlo and now Drew with that situation with whether she kissed her and Latoya kissed or not. I mean, come on now. She told her about the movie, and she told her that Drew was going to be in the movie. And, she really was like, she don't know whether or not Drew's still going to be in the movie because of their little tiff in Portugal. Cynthia was just like, I don't know. I don't remember. She's like, how I was back then. She said, for all I know, I could have kissed a woman. She's like, I don't know. It was just a lot going on that night. Everybody was turned up. Oh, she was telling her about her movie, Todd's movie. She's just producing it in it. And, Cynthia was like, well, if, you need somebody with some high cheekbones, boo-boo, I'm available. She just let her know. I don't know why she ain't put Cynthia in it. Cynthia would have been good in it. I mean, I don't know what all the characters are, but I just know it was like a couple giving, I guess, giving each other a hall pass for a day or whatever. And the wife ended up doing her hall pass with another female, which would be Drew. So I don't know how that worked out, but she should have. I would have thought she would have had Kenya and Cynthia in the movie versus Shamir and Mayetta. Not saying anything wrong with Shamir and Mayetta because I like both of them, but I don't know about them acting. Could be. Kenya was at her house with her daughter Brooklyn, and she had her little nephew, and she was just babysitting him and seeing how Brooklyn would be with him. And she was talking to Brooklyn about having a sibling, and she's saying she want to have another baby. She don't want. She want Brooklyn to have a sibling, which is understandable. I mean, I know firsthand. I feel like if I don't have any kids, but I feel like if you have one child, you should have at least another child. I wouldn't want just to have one child and the child just be by themselves. That's just I don't know. That's just me. I feel like you should have somebody else in the world, especially if you raise them to be close knit and close together. I feel like you should have a sibling. That's just my opinion. I don't know what y'all think. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this episode. Drop down and let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I would appreciate it. Then it switched to Drew. She don't be having nothing going on for real. But she has some people over there. I guess I don't know if they organizing her closet or gonna expand her closet. But Ralph came in and was like, don't touch my stuff. If y'all can see, Ralph got a little space. I'm talking about Ralph got a little bit of space. I don't know. Ralph, he seemed like he be dressing, so I don't know where his clothes at because they went up in that closet. So Ralph just like, don't touch my stuff. So Drew started telling him about Portugal and telling him about they saying that she kissed Toya and all that. He was just standing up there looking like, to me, he was looking like, you lying or whatever. Or he be looking like him. We want to be bothered for real. I don't know how Ralph be looking. But then he ended up saying, I don't know what the big deal is if you did. So that's letting you know right there that he probably wouldn't have cared. So I don't know why she's so headstrong about she didn't, especially when Toya said that they did at the reunion, at the last reunion. I don't know what they got going on. I just believe Drew lying. I'm just sorry. I like Drew, but I just believe she lying. Just go on and admit it. You kissed the girl. Ain't nobody said you the French kissed her, tongue to down or nothing like that. It could just been a little kiss, whatever y'all was wasted and enjoying the night. So anything could happen. Anything did happen. Any and everything seemed like it happened when the cameras went off. And she keep on saying that she don't know what when they go to the party. She don't know if Toya gonna say say the truth, or is she gonna throw her under the bus. I don't know why she keep using that phrase, throw me under the bus, because to me, throw me under the bus is when you lying about something and a person you say you lying about it. Like, I don't understand what you mean by throw you under the bus. If I ain't throwing you under the bus if I'm telling it, unless I'm telling the truth on you. So I don't know. I guess in her mind, I don't know what's going on in her mind. But last season, she just act like she was just so holier than thou and all this, that, and the other. Now that's why you can't act like that and then turn around and be like that. Be scared to let somebody know that you to kiss the girl or you like a girl or whatever the case may be, because that's what they allegedly insinuate. So anyway, Marlo meet up with her manager. They talk about her different business endeavors, and they talk about Chef Scotland. And she was just saying that he liked the party a lot, but the manager was like, well, he run a lounge restaurant, so that's the type of atmosphere, that's his networking. And she was just like, she don't know if she want to marry somebody like that. The manager was like, marry? You said the word marry? And she would just start laughing. He's younger than her, so she might be in a different headspace than him. But men are a little more immature than women are. Sorry, men, but it's the truth. So Kandi is at her candy factory, office pretty much, and Sheree pulled up on them. So they had their little talk. She was like, in both of their confessionals, they say they been in a pretty much good space. So that's good. Cause Lord have mercy, seemed like they all was butting heads at one point. And Sheree was telling, Kandi was asking her how her boob job was going, and because I didn't know she had a boob job, because she act like on Watch What's Happened Live, she ain't had no work done, and I guess she was just talking about her nose at that point. She say something was going on with her boob where it was hard. So she had to, I guess, replace her implants. And she went to Kandi and Kenya's doctor, I think. So she said she loving them so far. They still settling in. I guess that's FYI. I guess that's TMI. Oh, Sheree got to spill the tea. She was telling Candy all what Drew said about her in Portugal, and she said she felt like she was producing when she said that she kissed the girl. And so Candy felt some type of way about that because she was just like, "Don't call me no liar. I know what I saw, and don't try to say I'm trying to produce or whatever." So Candy was like, "Well, I don't even know if she's still gonna be in the movie, and if she don't want to be in the movie, that's fine." And Sheree was like, "Well, she said she had those same sentiments," and she was just like, "Oh, really?" So I don't want nobody in the movie that don't want to be in the movie. So Candy, she feels some type of way. So she gonna say something. So she was telling her son when she coming, she called her party the Peach Social, about her bedroom candy business, introducing a new product called the Peach Buzz. Y'all know Candy is a super freak, super freak. She's super freaky, yeah. Y'all know she is. The, turn to the little Peach social party. All the girls showed up. That's 50 Cent showed up, Cynthia and her and Kenya embraced. Everybody seemed like they was really glad to see Cynthia. Her and Kenya had kind of fell out during the what they got Real Housewives girls trip. They had kind of fell out then, but she said they had made up during the time that her mom had found out she had breast cancer. So they kind of made up then. And Kenya was just like, knowing all what she was going through, she's like, because I didn't know she was going through in her marriage, you know, and as far as her mom having breast cancer, so it was a lot going on with Cynthia. And she was just saying she would always be there for her. They kind of made up and jail back together, like three peas in a pod. Supposed to be two peas in a pod, but Candy, Kenya, and Cynthia was just like three peas in a pod because they all real friends outside of the show. What else happened? Marlo and Ralph had a talk at the bar, and Ralph was just like, I really dig you. We really cool. And then he's, Drew telling me all these things, and Marlo's like, well, your wife is a liar. You know, who you sleep, who you sleep next to every day. And he was just like, you know, he didn't even really kind of deny it. Like, if you don't stand up for me, it's gonna be a problem. Anybody come to you telling you that I'm a liar and you the ops, in my opinion, you my enemy. My husband better stand up for me. I'm talking about he better stand 10 toes down. He don't even need to come home because it's gonna be a problem. So they kind of talked it out. They's both Aquarius, and she always say, my Aquarius brother or whatever the case may be. Toya came, and so once Toya came, they embraced her and Candy embraced. Then she told uh Candy that she was upset with her, and Candy was like, "Upset with me? Why?" And she was just like, you bring up my name, and I'm not even there to defend myself. And Candy was like, "Okay." So they went somewhere separately to talk about it. Her, Toya, Candy, Drew, and so Toya was just like, what was going on? How did it even come about? And I wanted to know how it even came about. And Candy was like, they were just all talking and stuff like that. And somebody asked about anybody had any girl on girl action, and Drew said no. And Candy was like, yes, you did. You kissed Toya, and we was in South Carolina. So that's how it came up. Because I was wondering, like, where did that even come from? Why even bring up something that happened 2 years ago, last season? So that's where it came from. And Toy was like, and why it was being messy sending me that video when me and Drew, they was just me and the fences because they had the most, she said, and she said it herself in her words, bipolar relationship. One minute they was cool, the next minute they was at each other's throat. Candy was like, I don't know. I don't have nothing to do with that. Let me go get Marlo. Marlo came up and there was just like, what's going on? And she was just like, why you send me the video? And she's like, I just wanted you to know what your friend was saying about you or whatever. And she was just like, that was being messy. So they were trying to say something. So Marlo was just like, whatever. And so she left. And Candy was like, y'all not gonna make me sit up here like I'm a liar or whatever. But she was just like, well, why would you think I kissed her? And she was just, and Candy in her confession was just like, she admitted to kissing her at the reunion last year. So why are they denying it? So Candy was just like over it. She's like, we could just agree to disagree. So they all just went back down where the other girls was to the party. And they was just like, did she admit it? She tell the truth? And Kandi was like, we just agreed to disagree. And Marlo and them was just like, they just don't like liars. And Kandi was like, we all seen it. Ain't no way me, Kenya, and Marlo saying the same thing. They don't even like each other. So for them to agree, it got to be true. Drew just tell the truth. If you kiss Latoya, you just kiss Latoya. It is what it is. It was a lot going on that night with that bolo party. A whole lot going on that night. I don't know what y'all think about episode 13. Is it getting better or is it getting worse or is it getting the same? Rate this episode out of 5 peaches. What y'all give it? I give it like a 3 out of 5 peaches. I don't know. It just ain't doing it for me. And I'm forcing myself. Now, you don't understand. I am forcing myself to watch it every week so I can do like I said I was gonna do, which is give y'all a recap weekly on this episode. But I'm just ready to go on to something else because I watched the Housewives of Orange County and it's better than this. And I even watched the episode of Housewives of New York. They got a whole new cast called, and it's a new era. They younger and everything. And it seemed like it was pretty good. And I've never watched New York at all. That's one franchise I never watched. But this new cast seemed like it's pretty good. But Atlanta I don't know what they need to do. They need to bring some of the OGs back. They need to spice things back up. I don't know who y'all dream cast would be. That's what I want to know. My dream cast would be, I would say, Nene. Even though I wouldn't want Kim to come back just because how she left, but Kim, because she brought it. When she came to work, she came to work. These ladies seem like they just coming to get a check. And that's it. They just gotta be there. But Nene, Kim, uh, Portia, Kenya. That's 4. I still want Kandi on there. That's 5. I would still want Marlo, but as a friend to the show. I would still want Sheree, but as a friend to the show. Everybody say Phaedra. Phaedra, she was good for the show, but when she did that to Kandi, I have no respect for somebody who tell them type of lies. And even though Portia kind of went with the lie, and I ain't like what she did, I still like her on the show because she was a good read and a good shady tree. So I don't know. That'll be a good show. Spice things back up and start showing a real life what's really going on and stop trying to produce with the producer. And the producer don't seem like he doing a good job either. Whoever this producer is, I don't know. He ain't pulling things out of them, making them show what's really going on. They are authentic selves. Like, come on now, bring it. Sonya can go. Who else can go? Courtney, she can go. Um, Drew, Drew was okay if she be honest. She all right if she honest, but she just be kind of getting on my nerves. Cause my thing is just tell the truth. If you did something, you did it. Like just come on with it. That's the whole purpose of reality TV. We want your reality. Pray with me, don't play with me. Okay.